Hello, welcome to the week of November 18th. This is your love letter, and I did something a little different this week. I went into a meditation and I don't know, I just tried to listen to whatever it was my heart was trying to say, and I wrote it down in my journal. And so here's a message I have for today's love letter. Rise up, wake up, open. What are you resisting that wants a space in your heart? Let it in quietly at first, and then there it shall grow with time, patience, and attention. There is no need to fear what is true, for truth will always make itself known. It is better to listen now than have it forcefully applied to your life. Integration is the key word this week, allowing something that is already aligned with you, with your truth, to emerge instead of holding it down. What remains buoyant will always rise to the top, and no amount of resistance could ever drown it. Let go and let in. Surrender to the truth. And then, of course, I also pulled some cards to go with it. And just quick thoughts on that is some of the best things that have ever happened in my life were really buried and impractical, even like becoming a tarot reader or doing this kind of work. And it always felt like, no, that's not something people do. People don't read tarot for a living. Well, I have. I'm here to tell you that they do. But it's less about me becoming a tarot reader and more about what is, it could be something small, like your neighbor found a kitten and there's a part of you that knows that you could really do a good job taking care of it. But the logical brain and the ego comes in and says, well, I don't want cat hair all over the house. I don't want to deal with the litter box. I don't want, getting a pet is hard because then you have to pay for all of the food. You have to pay for the medication. You have to pay for all the, it just gives you so many excuses. Why not? When the heart is just longing to cuddle with that little kitten and saying you have no idea, you will adapt. You will love, you will give and receive love like you can't imagine. And it's all so worth it when we just surrender to the big yes, to that thing that is wanting the space in our heart. And so whatever that is for you, it could be a relationship, it could be forgiveness, it could be, just obviously there's so many options, y'all. It could be a job that you're thinking about. It could be going back to school. It's just, or it could, for some of you, it could be downshifting a career to be with your family. I don't know. It could be taking care of your parents. There's so many options, y'all. But I think it's really beautiful that these are the cards I came up with. That we have blue moon, second chances, and magic. It could be something that you've already thought of, that you've resisted in the past, you put on the back burner, and it's coming back up for observation again. And again, I love the phrase of whatever is buoyant, it cannot be kept down by resistance forever. And you can keep pushing it down and let it pop up so high that it hits you in the face, or you can let it slowly rise to the top and skim it off the surface and say, I'm ready now. Because here is our second chance. Beautifully, we have the second chances and magic, and then we have the actual magician. This is part of you coming to serve your purpose in the world. The magician is about showing up, taking action, okay? Not being a passive observer of your life, being an intentional director of your story. And so whatever you're resisting is something that's scary because it feels powerful. It feels like you might actually have some say in it, and it feels like you'll have to be intentional. And then of course with that comes taking responsibility for your actions. But I think if you don't, we're going to be, living in this world of using a lot of our energy to push these things down. And so you might as well let it rise to the top and take action on whatever it is that you've been resisting until this week. Finally, amber is the color. Awaken your creativity. Whatever it is, it's not a destructive act, it's a creative act. It's creating a new future, it's creating something new. It's just part of our makeup to become creators. And this is, I think, creativity and creation. I'm thinking of a very brand new thing being birthed. And this is the beginning of it. It's not something that's new. It's probably something that's been quietly nagging you from the back of your mind or from the center of your chest. And it's time for us to make room for it because we're being asked to grow and being asked to be courageous and being asked to tell our ego quietly, thank you for trying to keep me safe, but right now I'm ready for the risks and the rewards of whatever is wanting me to create it. Have a great week. You can go to amberambrose.com for private readings and events. And always remember, you are loved, you are supported, and you are worthy.